We're at the home of everything Frederick, which is at 401 North Market Street. Jason is joining me today from Doody Calls. You have owned this franchise in this area since 2009. 2008.
I started.
2008. That's a long time to be scooping poop.
It's a long time. It's a lot of poop.
It is a lot of poop. I do love that Jason brought us some poop emojis, little stress poops.
These are a big hit with the kids.
Yeah.
We give them away at shows and at the Keys games. We're the hot dog sponsor, and they throw these out along with hot dogs. So if you want to get one, go there.
So if you've never heard of Doody Calls, you guys not only do residential, but commercial, like apartment buildings and things like in communities and things like that, making sure all the pet waste is picked up and cleaned up, which is really, honestly, especially in the communities, I would love for more communities to be doing that, because all we hear on our community pages is somebody hasn't picked up the poop.
Yeah.
So tell me, you were telling me a little bit about, you were looking for a franchise, you saw this one and you thought, this is genius.
Yeah, I was looking for franchises, and a lot of them are very expensive to get into, a lot of capital investment. I saw this one. I thought it was hilarious at first, but then I thought, boy, that's a great idea. Anything that, time is money, save people time. It's a disgusting, horrible task that somebody in the family has to do.
Right.
No one likes doing it.
Nobody does.
And I figured there'd be a great demand for it, and there is.
Yeah.
Both, like you said, the residential, where we go to people's yards and just scoop the poop.
Yeah.
And then the commercial, the community side of it is we go to communities. We have some parks, national parks. We do Monocacy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
that's great.
A lot of HOAs and larger communities as well.
Yeah, I would imagine. Look, I mean, I think for the incremental fee that it would cost for you to do that, it keeps the peace in the neighborhood, I would say.
It is. We've talked to property managers, and the number one complaint or issue they get is so-and-so's not picking up after their dog. There's dog waste all over the
park. We have people putting their Ring camera footage on. Yeah. And actually somebody was picking up the poop, but it was in their, it's just a whole big
We've contemplated, and there are some communities that do DNA testing of the waste.
Somebody has.
Have you heard about that?
Well, they have suggested it in our neighborhood.
It's a little too far. We're like, let's start with some stations. Maybe that'll do it.
Yeah.
But it's a contentious issue, and whether or not you own a dog or not, no one wants poop in your community.
No,
it's
you definitely
disgusting.
do not. Yeah.
It takes away from property values, and we sell, service, install the stations all in one service. So it's fire and forget. We do it, and we come once, twice a week. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
So your territory includes which areas?
So I have Frederick County. I do some of West Virginia, Charleston area, Harpers Ferry. I do Howard County.
Okay.
And I do Owings Mills, Reisterstown, Catonsville area.
Whoa.
So a nice little chunk.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It adds up.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Especially at the landfills.
I bet.
We get those
I bet it
tonnage of waste.
I bet you do. So with this, I mean, like you say, it's a low cost entry to get started. It's really just manpower then, right?
Yeah. So obviously I started, it was just me and one truck.
Yeah.
And, slowly build up. It's very scalable, which is cool too. I hired my first tech, got another truck, and now I have 8 trucks.
Wow.
7 techs, an operations manager. So it took a while, 17 years for a year, but it grew. So I've got about 450 residential customers and about 50 commercial, which are the communities or parks.
Yeah, so, that's amazing. That's really great. What can Frederick do to support you? I mean, obviously we're going to make sure your website is up and your contact details. So if they need a community or residential.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have our website, doodycalls.com, and you can get a free, no obligation quote if you're a residency. You just basically enter what kind of size of your yard, how many dogs you have, blah, 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 how often you want the service, and you'll get a quote. For communities, you can contact us through the website. You can call us at 1-800-DOODY-CALLS. And basically, as I said, we sell, install, and service the dog stations. I'm sure everybody's seen them. They're usually those green things. You pull out the bags, you put them in the thing, but we service those. And like you said, a lot of communities have them, but a ton don't. Mine doesn't even have it, which is
how is that
really
possible?
kind of frustrating. Well, I try not to have any
conflict
of interest. Thank you. But people, our Facebook resident page banned talking about poop because it was too contentious and people were fighting. So it's that much of an issue.
It is, and ours as well. Yeah, for sure.
So they can contact us that way. And, not just to say it's gross and everything, but it's awful for the environment. That's one area we really push. People think it's just, just let it mush into the ground. No, it's not like cow manure or chicken manure.
Right.
It has parasites. It's toxic. It leaches into the waterways. It contaminates the Chesapeake Bay. It is not good to let sit around.
Yeah, it can infect other dogs.
Yeah, and dogs can get parvo and worms, everything.
Yeah.
So beyond the smell, the unsightliness, it's toxic. It's dangerous. So it needs to be picked up and removed and disposed of properly.
Yeah, I like that. So after what are your sights for the next 5 years, maybe 10 years? Are you expanding? Are you thinking?
We've been growing at a good clip. It was a little nuts with COVID.
Sure.
Luckily, it didn't affect us too much because we're outside, and the techs are by themselves. But it was kind of a weird thing. We've been expanding around here. We've been going into a little bit of, like I said, West Virginia, which is out of the way.
Berkeley County.
Berkeley County, since it's close by.
Yeah.
But just the goal is to help people out, whoever wants our service. We really want to hit those communities, though, because that is, with so much construction, so many of these new communities, and they're all dog friendly now.
Of course.
And, people have a ton of dogs, but it's a big problem, and we're there to.
Do you have dogs?
I do.
How many?
I have one insane golden doodle named Lolly. I'll show you some pictures later.
I love it.
She is great, but insane.
Yeah, that's excellent. Well, we look forward to you taking over the rest of Frederick County, every development, every home.
Bring them on. We can do them all.
I can tell you, in our house, it was my husband's job, and when he was away and I had to do it, I hated it. Even in my townhouse, which was not very big, but I had to do it all the time.
Yeah,
because we had 2 dogs in a small
and that
yard,
adds up quickly in a townhome.
I walk my dogs a lot too. So thankful for those stations where you have the extra bags.
Yep. We provide the bags.
I can guarantee if I take 2 bags, my dog will poop 3 times.
Yeah. So plenty of bags.
Always nice.
Let us do the dirty work.
Yeah.
We'll do it. You don't have to yell at your husband for not doing it. Yell at your kids for not doing it. Have them drag in on their shoes. We'll take care of it. Fire and forget.
What is the recommendation for, really, and I know it varies on the size of the yard, but if you say in an average suburb home, how often are you going, once a week, twice a week?
We offer twice a week, once a week, and every other week.
Okay.
So whatever anyone wants to do, kind of budget that out. Maybe someone might do it every other week and they do it 1 week.
Right.
But it helps. But, we do come in there. Our techs do a grid pattern. They get everything up, scoop it, and we dispose of it properly too. We either double bag it and we'll leave it with the customer if they do it, but we also will, for additional environmental fee, take it with us. And at the end of the day, we go to the landfill and dump it off there.
Oh, right. So so you really do get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and there's nothing you can do, like you say.
It's not compostable. It doesn't fertilize. It's just bad.
Yeah.
It's bad all around.
Yes,
it ain't good.
Yes, it is. All right, reach out to Doody Calls. Like I said, if you have if your neighborhood, I would pitch it to your HOA.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll stop the infighting for that. I don't know. If your neighborhood isn't anything like mine, it's all we talk about is the poop. And Jason and his team will gladly come in and take the poop literally off your hands. So
absolutely.
Doody Calls is making our market great here in Frederick and beyond. Thank you.
Clean and green.
Clean and green. I like it.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you guys for watching.